Whew, that was a big one.
Yeah, it looked incredible, though.
Ugh.
Whoa.
Ugh, it's so dusty. Guys, is that you? You've been gone for so long. Who are you? It's me, James.
But you're old.
Guys, did we time travel?
Wait, what year is it? 2023. No, wait, that's right.
We were only gone for 6 months.
Yeah, but in internet time, that's like 6 decades. I've been here the whole time.
You don't work here, James.
Look, the YouTube play button has already started to fade.
No! Dan, we need to fix this.
Okay, so we have been gone a while, but that's because we were working on this year's Minecraft Live, where we made some more videos for the show. If you haven't seen our Camel and Sniffer video yet, head over there and show it some love because we put a lot of ourselves and a lot of work into that one.
Well, it better be really good, Dan. You could have been making videos right here.
No, it's worth it, I promise. Go watch it.
All right, that was really good. But I'm still upset, and I demand more videos.
So last time we covered everything wrong with the announce video for last year's show, but we actually have 4 more of those videos to cover.
It's been a while. Maybe we should do a quick recap.
Well, these all look great. No notes.
That's it. We did it.
Let's go home.
No. I've been waiting a long time, and you promised me problems. I know you saw some. You wouldn't be making this video otherwise. He's right. Aha! That means it's time to find out.
Everything wrong with our videos.
This time it's the rest of Minecraft Live 2022. You know Minecraft Live. It's the event where you can learn about cool new features.
What are those? They're blocks of harsh truths. There's no point in you making secret rooms in your single-player world. You'll never experience Minecraft for the first time ever again.
It's where they show us things that we can't unsee. And it's where we can vote for new mobs. And we're not going to touch that. That can stay right over there. But we all know what the real attraction is. It's those silky smooth animations infused with the caffeine that the animators are very much addicted to.
Yeah, fair.
So let's jump into the first one, the pre-show bumper. The pre-show is a part of Minecraft Live where we can see cool stuff from the creators in the community before the main show begins. And we made a little intro for it. So we see this little axolotl swimming underwater. He does a little wave, and then he jumps up to reveal the big community pre-show logo. A second later, a train full of minecarts zooms past. Now you remember the train from the end of the announce video. That's the same train, and that links a few of these videos together. But the first issue is right here. The axolotl has this line going up its stomach. I'm gonna let you in on an element animation secret, which some of you might have already sussed out. We can only animate villagers.
What?
That's right. Cat's out of the bag. It's why we have so much villager content. So whenever we need to animate something that's not a villager, we just put a villager in a costume. This axolotl?
Villager!
This frog?
Villager!
This tree? Believe it or not.
Hello, I am a tree. Shh, trees don't talk.
Okay, let's take a look at what's really going on here.
Explaining things.
So, the line down the stomach and all the glitchiness that you can see here is caused by something called Z-fighting, which is far more boring than the name suggests. You've probably seen it before, especially if you play a lot of games. Let's take these villager heads and flatten them down to single polygons. Now, if we move them into each other so they end up inside each other on the exact same plane,
It's gross.
you get all this glitchy Z-fighting. The reason this happens is because when your computer is rendering each pixel to the screen, it draws all the background objects first. Then it draws all the slightly closer objects over those, then closer and so on, until we have the entire image. But when it comes to objects like these, it doesn't know which one to draw first, like which one is in front. So some pixels draw one and other pixels draw the other, leaving us with this glitchy mess. The axolotl in the game doesn't have any Z-fighting, but in the animations we made, anytime a mob has a flat polygon for one of its features, we give it a little bit of thickness, just so there's something there to catch the light. And without realizing, we introduced a polygon that overlaps the axolotl's stomach, causing this line here.
Villager! Am I too late?
On to the next one. If you take a close look at the train going by here, if you go through frame by frame, even with the crazy amount of motion blur going on, you can just about tell that none of the mobs are moving. They're just frozen in time. Now this isn't really a problem because the train goes past so fast that you can't really tell. But I'm gonna mark us for this anyway, just because I like the sound of the dings. Also, from this vantage point, you can tell that the train track just ends. You don't see it in the shot, so we just don't build it. This does mean, though, that off to the side of every shot, there's just a teeny tiny horrific train crash. But it's okay, these are professional stunt mobs who take their jobs very seriously.
This one's not moving. Never mind, let's go again.
Okay, so that's 2 problems in this one, which isn't bad, but the video is only 10 seconds long, so, moving on. After the pre-show, we jumped straight into the main show, and that needed an amazing animated introduction. So the intro video we made is an epic ride through the Minecraft landscape, with the camera soaring alongside the train, carrying all the mobs. And like the pre-show bumper, the only way to see this now is on the replay of the live stream itself. There's some links with timestamps below if you want to go check it out. Okay, on to the problems. Number 1. Once the train gets going and we pass through this cave, we shoot through this meadow, and because we're going super fast, the background has a lot of motion blur. But we also pass by these bees, which seem to be completely unaffected by it. If you've seen our other videos in this series, then you'll know that we'll probably have a whole bunch of dings for motion blur issues at the end, but this one is different. Back in the announce video, we had a bunch of motion blur issues when the train was moving, and because we're using what we like to call fake motion blur, which is added in after the main image is rendered, glitches can happen, especially when you have foreground objects and background objects both moving at different speeds, like in this video. So to combat that, we rendered every single shot twice, once with only the train and the mobs, and once with just the background. We applied motion blur to each of them independently and then combined them back together, which solved the issue for the most part. But we did set the motion blur for the background a lot higher than the foreground, because we wanted it to feel like the train was going extra fast. The only issue in this shot is that the relatively sharp bees from the foreground render fly into the really blurry background there. Later on, the train comes to a halt to let the frogs from the frog stroll cross the tracks. And this all takes place in a mushroom biome. And mushroom biomes have all these little mycelium spores floating about. The green frog here doesn't pay them any attention at all, even when they go right through his eye. We then go through a nether biome where the glow on this magma cube is all streaky. A little bit later, we pass under the ocean, and then an alley flies up and bursts out of the water into the Minecraft Legends world. But he didn't burst out of the water. He burst out of the grass? Alright, so when we were making this video, Minecraft Legends wasn't released. Even the trailer wasn't out yet, but we were able to get access to this village set that was used in some of the in-game cutscenes. The only problem was that there was no water close enough to the central fountain for us to use, and we didn't want to make any edits to this set in case it was something that was super locked in for the game. And we didn't really have the time to do that anyway. So, with the splash happening directly on a transition between scenes, we thought it could still pass flying up through the floor if we covered up the evidence with all these splash particles.
We're looking for a criminal. Villager number 40 has been accused of violating our most sacred law. No splashing in the grass. No splashing in the grass. Isn't that him? Oh no! Quick, get him! Is it just grass? Yeah, it's just grass.
The rest of the intro video seems pretty solid until you get to a couple of the final shots where the train is riding into the giant white light that is Minecraft Live. Well, look down here. There's no flames or smoke particles on the torches. Someone must have stolen them.
Psst. Hey you! Wanna buy some smoke? Like actual smoke, check it out. No thank you, but they might. Hey, it's him! Get him! I need to learn how to do that.
That brings the intro video total up to... that's pretty good considering the crazy amount of mobs and sets in this one. Alright, the next video that we did was...
Hold up for a second. We have a problem.
Huh?
The budget for this video is running out.
What?
We spent too long explaining things.
Oh no, we're losing animation fidelity.
We're just flat cutouts now.
Okay, no, that's fine. We can still finish this one, we've just got to be really fast.
Oh no! Fighting!
So the next video we did was for the middle of the show. It's a spooky music video about the big bad Warden. This one was very, very cool to work on because we got to use all of this eerie lighting, use lots of particles, and make him feel super threatening in a way that you just don't get in the game. And we also got to make a song about a hostile mob. And if you've seen some of our older videos with Mr. Bull, you know that's something we love doing. But on to the problems.
There's no one around, and
Early in the video, Steve finds some enchanted leggings in a chest. You can tell they're enchanted because of this shiny purple glint. And he wears them throughout the rest of the video. But after that first shot, they're very clearly not enchanted. So this was really more of a stylistic choice because we wanted the environment to feel dark and creepy. And you've seen what enchanted items look like in the game. He'd just light the entire area up with his bright purple trousers. So the characters are trying to be as quiet as they can. But at 21 seconds in, Steve fumbles with this echo shard and accidentally throws it into the air. A second later, Alex catches it, but the chest they got it from snaps shut, triggering all of the sensors. But let's go back. The chest here completely phases through Steve's arm. This ultimately causes all of the sensors to awaken the Warden. The Warden rises up and starts moving towards them, but when Alex and Steve run this way, they activate this skulk sensor. But this one really should have activated too. Eventually, the Warden catches up and chases them into this cave entrance where they barricade it as fast as they can. But what's this? There's 2 white cubes here, partway into the floor. I think these were placeholders for the animators so they knew how far the characters had to run, but for some reason they got rendered too. The last issue on this video is during the end shot, where the Warden digs through the wall to get to the characters. While we know this can't actually happen in the game, we're not going to mark it down, just because it's a very cool shot. But what we are going to mark down is the fact that all of the particles were supposed to fall off of the wall, but a couple of them just stayed stuck to it. So, the epic Warden musical score comes to... You know, I think we outdid ourselves on these. With the video, not the problems. The video. Alright, how are we doing? Do we have enough budget to do the last one?
I think so, but I'm just a face now.
Wait, where's Jason?
Oh, I'm here. I'm just a disembodied voice now.
Why is James a full body?
Oh, I'm funded by the beautiful people on Patreon.
What? But that's not fair! He doesn't even work here!
Okay, so the final video we did was for when the main show was over. We had a few ideas for this, but we ended up settling on a little skit with Steve arriving late to the train. He waits at the track all day, but the train never comes. Then, in the night, a minecart carrying the frogs home slowly glides by, taunting Steve, giving him the biggest FOMO ever. Absolutely brutal. So, what went wrong with this one? Now, I know a lot of the issues we've picked out on these videos are extremely pedantic. And, well, we're not gonna stop now just because we were on the last one. So, let's look at the frog's feet. They're intersecting the minecart here, floating off to the side here. Just completely unwatchable.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. You know, I used to watch your stuff when I was a kid. This is disgraceful.
I am a kid and I think it's okay. Psych! Get out!
Alright, so the very final one is right here. There's a ball. There's a little ball embedded into the ground behind Steve. This one is a little bit reminiscent of the floaty cube. But we didn't even try to remove this one because we didn't know it was there. Right, let's pull up the scores. Wait, we forgot to do something. We forgot to do motion blur glitches. Did you see that the Warden video has 0? And that's because it has real motion blur! Real motion blur! Alright, so here's the final scores. So, what do these numbers really mean? Well, nothing. They're almost completely arbitrary. You can't even use them to compare one video to another because there are so many other factors. But this is for fun, and overall, this project came out looking phenomenal. There was a crazy amount of content, all the sets, all the characters, the visual effects, and we were learning new software at the time too. I want to give a big thank you to Mojang for letting us share all of this with you and give you a glimpse into what goes on behind the scenes. And like we've said before, this is just for fun. We enjoy going over our past work and pulling it apart to find all the little intricate details that were missed, even if they're pointless. Another thing I want to mention is that we feel extremely lucky to have you here watching our videos. And I know it sounds sappy, but I really mean that. Our comment section is always filled with support and positive feedback. And we've seen some other creators' comment sections, and some of them really aren't as fortunate as we are. What I'm trying to say is that it's always a really nice experience reading through everything that you guys have to say. And we do read all of the comments.
Oh, did you read this one?
Oh, yeah, I saw that one. Have you seen this one?
Oh, hey, Dan. Have you read this comment from Diarrhea Dave 420?
We don't always respond on YouTube, but if you want to come hang out on Discord, we're usually there if you want to have a chat. And finally, before we go, I want to give a cheeky plug to the Element Animation Minecraft server. But yeah, if you do play Minecraft, come join us on the server and be a part of our community. It's on all versions of Minecraft. You can play on Bedrock and Java. Come play and survive the Minecraft wilderness, take part in our competitions and tournaments.
Also, sometimes Dan comes on and turns your house into cake.
But also realizes he can't undo it.
But it's okay, because I'll just bribe you with diamonds until I figure out how to fix it. Anyway, if that doesn't scare you away, come and play with us. Well, that's it for this edition of Everything Wrong with Our Videos. Maybe in 2024, we'll do Everything Wrong with Minecraft Live 2023, just to keep everything nice and confusing. Thanks for watching, everyone, and thank you to our extremely important patrons, whose names you can see right here, all shiny. And of course, a big thank you to our ultimate patrons, Spyforge and the Waffenhorten clan. It's people like you that allow us to keep animating, and allow us to keep making videos. And above all, allow James to continue to exist.
Yay!